Okay, we're doing a bit of a shift to a company which is also a global mega titan, and that is Glencore. It's a company that started out its life as a commodities trader, but then it bought Xstrata, so it got into the production issues as well, but it has a focus production-wise anyway on coal and copper. But in the trading environment, it's involved with oil, it's involved with agricultural commodities and all sorts of chemicals and other things as well. Run out of Switzerland by ex-South African, I guess you could call him, Ivan Glasenberg. Market capitalization 452.2 billion rand. So that's solid. Listed in London and then secondarily listed here in South Africa. Again, not showing us on our system anyway at the moment as having a PE ratio. Dividend yield 2.5%. Again, that's probably due to write-downs in the recent results, so I suppose it's fair. But all of them are on a lowish PE based on historic earnings.
Yeah, they're all sort of cheap as chips if you want to take it from a PE perspective. I think the biggest problem with Glencore is the debt. They've got a massive amount of debt on their balance sheet.
So like 6 months ago, there was even stories going around about how they might
They're going to go out of business, yeah.
And then they refinanced, and then the weekend got by, and then the share price shot up.
Everybody sort of forgot about it, and up she goes. I think
it's not like it's a small company. How can they I mean, the debt, surely there's a lot of debt available in European credit markets?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, what they're trying to do at this stage is to just reduce their debt. So their goal for the full year 2016, or the financial year 2016 at least, is to cut their debt by $10 billion. So they want their debt to be lower than or smaller than $18 billion by the end of financial 2016. Okay. This is a good thing. So they're trying to...
So what's it, like $30 billion now?
It's around $35 billion at the moment.
$30 billion is like 300 trillion rand. I mean, that's a lot of money.
A couple of South African economies, yeah. It's a few of our GDPs. But I mean, they expect to raise somewhere between $4 and $5 billion from asset sales throughout the course of the year.
Okay.
They've got about a billion rand.
Where does the debt come from? Is it historically from having acquired Xstrata and having like?
And it's making big deals that you have to finance by debt, and you know, everybody is in this frenzy that they all want a big deal, and Glencore fell victim to that. So, you know, they're trying to cut expenses, they're trying to cut capex and free cash flow by about $1 billion. They've got about $3 billion cash on hand that they can all use to sort of pay off this debt. So I think if they can get this debt situation under control, the fact that they're a bit more diversified and not just stuck in the production and selling of just one commodity, but also in the trading game, trading agricultural things and so on, I think this is probably a better pick.
Well, the share price will reveal that after that disastrous period in late 2015 where people were really worrying, they've had some quite sharp rallies. So, you know, people have had gains on this one. Now, remember, this is only a 3-year chart because it only came to the Johannesburg market and listed at around 60 rands a share when it did its reorganization on a global basis. But people have made money being brave in this one because it's up probably 50% or more if they bought in the depths of that early start at the tail end of last year.
Yeah. So
what to do?
I say hot.
Really?
Yeah.
How so? Just because too big to fail?
Well, not really too big to fail. I think that management is making a concerted effort to streamline the business, and they are well aware that investors are.
And it's not as though commodities are not still being consumed in vast quantities by historic standards. It's like what we're saying at the front of the show. People are using a little bit.
They're using more, just a little bit. The increase
not
in
more
pace.
than like last year.
You know,
it's not like people stopped.
It's not like there's no more demand for the stuff. It's still there. It's just there's oversupply. And I think that once they have the debt problem under control, they know that their shareholders are concerned about it. They're making effort to fix it. Once they have the debt problem under control, I think it's a good business.
And also worth remembering is that Ivan Glasenberg's team around him are all big shareholders in the business. So these are very clever guys that have made a lot of money and are dead keen to remain with the amount of money that they made. So
correct.
They'll be working hard and making the tough decisions, you can rest assured. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go with not hot just because I'm anxious that more has to happen with regard to commodity prices before we can get enthusiastic, but I like the thinking there.